I see all this talk of people wanting to start their online stores. And let me just say, you guys have it twisted. Online stores are not what you think they are. One, did you know that 90% of e-commerce stores fail within the first 5 years? Fail 90% versus 90% of real estate businesses succeed in the first 5 years. I'm in real estate. That's an easy barrier to climb. But if you have to be in the top 10% to just succeed in your industry, do you think that's a good industry? All right, I'll leave that up to you. But here's the thing. Let's say you actually wanted to start an online business. Let me tell you what that entails. One, you're going to have to learn marketing, online marketing, social media marketing. How many times in the past month have you personally bought something online? Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. You don't buy that many things online. So then who are you marketing to? You don't know how to market. You're going to have to learn how to market content, create ads, learn copy, learn headlines, which is a lot of skills. People don't talk about how much ads actually play into running an online business. But let's say you figure all of that out. Okay, cool. Now you have suppliers. Where are your suppliers? What if your supplier switches? I can't tell you how many of my friends, they had a store, boom, their supplier closes down, half their inventory comes from one supplier. Now what happens? You're wiped out the game. That happens to online stores because you're running a business that has suppliers, contracts, etc. And if you run out, boom, what do? Now, let's say there are delays. Not only do you have to manage delays, but you have to manage the repercussions from those delays. The reviews that come. Hey, someone types, my order didn't come in 3 weeks and I expected it in a week and a half, and this place should actually burn to the floor and they're an abomination to society. How do you deal with that? That's on Google. It's permanent now. How do you deal with that? There are so many things that you have to figure out with an online store. And I will tell you, people don't talk about these things. The people who are very successful, it's because they've been doing it for so long that they realize that there is so much that goes into it that after a while it becomes easy for them because they've figured out solutions to all of these problems. But you just starting out thinking that you're just going to make, I'm going to get so rich by selling my t-shirts online. It does not work that way. It does not work that way. Starting an online business is extremely hard and most of them fail. The best online business that you can start is actually, if you're already famous, then you launch something online. That's a really good way. Or if you have access to a bunch of influencers who can push your product through affiliate marketing, that's also how you can make money online. Both of those things require tons of work to do. So then, if you're going to get rich doing that, becoming famous, or you're going to get rich actually finding all of these content creators, you might as well just start a business that actually finds content creators for other people who want to start businesses instead of starting your own business, because that's actually a very valuable business that could help a lot of businesses, bigger businesses, to sell their own products. Be the middleman instead of starting your own business. That's a smart, and that's called a content creation agency or an influencer marketing agency, IMA. Works great. Start that business. That's a good business to start because you don't have an inventory that you need to go and manage t-shirts and delays and supply chain. You don't need to figure out all of that. All you need to do is be an agency and connect people to people. That's really smart. Another thing that people don't talk about enough when it comes to online businesses is that 90% of online sales in the USA alone come from Amazon. So then if you're not on Amazon, you're not really going to have a business. And if you are on Amazon, then you are competing with thousands of other people with razor thin margins, like 30%, probably. Which means that if you don't have first mover advantage to a product, you're probably going to be left behind. And that's what people who are actually teaching online businesses are telling you how to do. They're showing you that you need to actually find a product that hasn't even emerged yet. And what are the chances that you are going to find that product competing with thousands of people? Now, again, if you believe that you can be in the top 10%, then go for it. But understand, a genius as I am, believe it's actually much more efficient for me to actually go for a lower hurdle and be as great as possible in that lower hurdle, because there are trillions of dollars in real estate. And if I can carve out even 0.001%, that would make me a millionaire, a part of that industry. And that's what I've been able to do. That's all you need to figure out how to do. And with a 90% success rate, it just works out so much better. This is why online businesses are not that much better, especially when you're just starting out. Now, I'm not saying that it's impossible. I'm just saying it's hard. People are getting into it thinking that they're just going to put something up and make some money. Does not work that way. If you don't have millions of dollars to invest or even $100,000 to invest into your online business and you have connections and you already have a platform, your chances of success are actually very, very low because you don't have a competitive advantage. Sorry to tell you. But people who do, go for it because you actually might find yourself to be successful. If you are, here's actually some advice I would give you. One, go for a subscription model. People who can buy recurring are actually very valuable customers. So these include supplements, these include drinks, these include anything to do with skincare that people have to buy over and over again. If you are selling things that people have to buy repeatedly, you can build a business on that. If you have to sell someone once, like a t-shirt business, terrible business to start. Shoes, terrible business because every time you have to find new and new customers, especially if you are advertising that you have high quality shoes, then guess what? A high quality shoe lasts a long time, lasts maybe 5 years, which means that your life cycle of your customer is 5 years. Assuming that they buy another shoe after that, in 10 years, they've only bought from you twice. Versus, how many times have you bought an energy drink or water or supplements this year? A lot, right? That's my point. So then find products that you can sell to the same person repeatedly on subscription and then offer them a discount when they buy from you on subscription. This is actually how the biggest online businesses work. And they actually have a very strong backend that if you buy something once, they're going to email you like 20 times the next week. For example, Fashion Nova. If you've ever bought on Fashion Nova, then you know this. The same thing on Amazon. They're going to email you, hey, did you see this new special? Hey, did you see this new special? You left this in your cart. What about this? What about that? We have next fall. We have this fall. This summer. Next summer. This person. It's just a whole lot. But that's actually what is the backbone of their business. If you're not ready to do that, if you actually don't even know how to do that, please figure that out first before you invest all your money and lose it. All right. My name is Kadeem. I'll see you in the next video.